Hey, so I'm going to show you today how to actually do your own mosquito control. There's a lot of companies popping up. They're coming around charging you to spray your yard, and you can actually do that yourself. You can buy the products online. Basically, I looked into having somebody locally do it for me, and then I realized that in just 1 year or one season, I could actually buy my own sprayer and do it myself. And so that allows me to do it as thorough as I want to and as often as I want to, and it doesn't cost me anything now but just the chemicals. So I actually bought all this stuff on domyownpestcontrol.com. I bought this solo sprayer here. It actually has a tank right here. We'll put some of these chemicals in it, fill it with water. Basically works just like basically a low geared leaf blower. That's exactly what it is. It's got a big wand here that the fluid actually just gravity falls to the end, and then there's a little piece on the end that lets it disperse, puts it out into a fog, and allows you to spray it wherever you want to. So they basically say, spray it in areas like bushes, the underside of trees, underneath decks, stuff like that. I also spray it in the grass as well, because it also does kill fleas and ticks. The two chemicals that I use is Talstar P and Archer, and one of these is for killing adults and the other one's for killing the eggs for mosquitoes, so that way mosquitoes won't grow and won't survive if they do grow. But mosquitoes are terrible in our area. I've done this now for 2 years, and every time I do it, we're pretty much mosquito free for 3 to 4 weeks. As soon as I notice 1 or 2 mosquitoes, it's time to get this out and spray it again. All in all, it takes maybe 2 to 3 minutes to put everything together, and I'll show you that here in a minute. And then it probably takes me about 15 minutes to do the yard. So I'll go ahead and show you how to do that. Now, basically both of these, you mix 1 ounce per every gallon. So I'm going to put a little bit of water in here, then I'll put 3 ounces in, because this is a 3-gallon tank, 3 ounces of this in, top it off with water, and then I'll show you how I spray the yard. Just open this up here. Get some water going. Alright, so both of these here actually have measuring devices on them here. So like I said, I'm going to put 3 ounces of each in. And 3 ounces of each of these is enough for me to do my entire front yard and backyard. Roughly about 3/4 of an acre. So maybe bigger than a standard yard. That in. Now I'm going to fill it back up, top it off with water. I've learned my lesson a few times on this, and I'm trying to make sure I don't splash water outside of it, because then it gets me wet. Now all I gotta do is put the lid back on. And I'm gonna actually pick this up and I'll reposition the camera and show you how I started up. Okay, so I always put this up on a ledge because this sprayer is heavy. That's probably the only downside to this. Roughly, you're probably putting about 40 pounds on your back. So if carrying extra weight on your back's a problem, that could be a problem. So this is like a normal gas engine, like your leaf blower or anything else. It does a fuel mixture here. It's got a choke on this side with a priming bulb. I'll go ahead and prime that up. Now the instructions say on this to make sure that you do not jerk the handle on this. This has a very low gear ratio on the starter handle, so it doesn't take much effort at all to pull. So I'll go ahead and start it up for you. Turn the choke off. Now you'll want to let it warm up a little bit, give it a little gas, throttle here, let it warm up. This button here actually turns off the motor, cuts the power to the motor, and this little lever here actually controls the flow of the chemical into the sprayer head. The sprayer head has a nozzle here as well and has 4 different settings. I always do mine on the lowest setting until I get my entire yard done, and then if I have extra chemical left, I will actually open it up all the way and go to some of my worst areas. Well, just like that, I'm done. Took me about 10-15 minutes, probably the whole thing, mixing all that good stuff. Went around, sprayed. As you probably saw, I sprayed the underside of the trees. Anywhere I had bushes, things like that, I sprayed those as well too. Even the little crevices in trees, little log pile I had. I mean, pretty much anywhere and everywhere, underneath the deck. Just making sure that I kill all the mosquitoes, because those mosquitoes are absolutely terrible. So I returned the sprayer back to volume 1, press that button to turn it off, flip it back so that way next time you try to start it, you can't figure out why you can't start it. Probably because you turned the button to the off and left it there. So simple, easy, and easy to do. Get your own sprayer, get your own chemicals, do it yourself, and save a lot of money.